Attention coaches and swimmers, instead of doing as we've been doing when we get the preliminary results and reading it all off, because of the 50 backstroke and the 50 free today, that's just really close racing. We're just going to let you know when the preliminary results have been posted, and you can head over to the lower admin table and check them out. So that's how we're going to do that today. Coaches and swimmers, we'll just let you know when the preliminary results have been posted, let you know what the scratch deadline would be for those particular events if you wish to drop out, and then we'll let you know that, and that's how we're going to run through this morning. All right, our final day of the 2024 NCSA Summer Swimming Championships here at the IU Natatorium in downtown Indianapolis. Today we're going to see competition in the 50 backstroke, the 200 IM, the 50 free. We've got women's 800 free, men's 1500 free, and then we'll wrap up our final session this evening with 400 medley relay. About to get real. We're just moments away from starting our 50 backstroke event this morning. All right, we're going to open it up this morning. 12 preliminary heats in women's 50 backstroke. Heat 1. Beal in 1, Totten in 2, Rogie in 3, Connolly in 4, Nussbaum in 5, Sender in 6, and Balker in lane 7. Campbell Totten, Nova of Virginia in lane 2. On the wall first in a 31.52. Heat 2. Heat 2, Brockman in 1, Murphy in 2, Bagley in 3, Moore in 4, Lowe in 5, Gill in 6, Custerson in 7, and Coleman in lane 8. Abigail Moore from Academy Bullets on the wall first, 31.29. Heat 3. Weston in 1, Zentz in 2, Johnson in 3, Sherman in 4, McKay in 5, Crow in 6, Wewell in 7, and Chumley in lane 8. Aubriel McKay only swimming in lane 5. Leading heat 3 into the wall. And McKay's time, 30.29. Heat 4. Flowers in 1, Burke in 2, Walker in 3, Marion in 4, Johnson in 5, Cheng in 6, White in 7, and Riddell in lane 8. Maria Cheng of New Trier, 30.67. Heat 5. Veneto in 1, here in Heat 5. Wedeking in 2. Blandahl in 3. Burkowski in 4. Rice in 5. McGrath in 6. Hardy in 7. And Shen in lane 8. We have Blandahl of Shark Swim Club in lane 3. 30.94. Heat 6. Lincoln 1, Hanen in 2. 3 for Conklin. We got Fredericks in 4, Connor in 5, Friss in 6, Wilson in 7, and Arroyo in lane 8. Sophie Fredericks of Arlington Aquatic. Nope, out of lane 8. Couldn't see her there. Maya Arroyo, Chicago Wolfpack, 30.48. Heat 7. Jones in 1, Freeman in 2, Martin in 3, Douglas in 4, Ali in 5, Pilion in 6, Landut in 7, and Jackson in lane 8. Heat 7 on the wall now with Jackson, another heat winner out of lane 8. Scott and Jackson of Tide Riders, 30.89. Heat 8. Heat 8, we got Haynes in 1, Murphy in 2, Camden in 3, Butchery in 4, Burrow in 5, Krieger in 6, Nayaru in 7, and Chinsky in lane 8. Fastest so far out of Heat 3, Aubrielle McKay of Ole Swimming in a 30.29. Heat 8 on the wall, and Naomi Haynes of Southeastern Swim Club, lane 1, 30.37. Heat 9. Heat 9, Valasis in 1, Chow in 2, Teng in 3, Canine in 4, McNamara in 5, Block in 6, Moore in 7, and Barnes in lane 8. First to touch in Heat 9 is Elise Block of Verona, lane 6, 30.60. Heat 10. First of our circle-seated heats here in the preliminaries of the women's 50 backstroke. Heat 10, Cook in 1, Paredes in 2, Bowles in 3, Jolins in 4, Brager in 5, Smith in 6, Robertson in 7, and O'Connor in lane 8. Again, 30.29, quickest time turned in so far. McKay from Ole Swimming out of Heat 3. Heat 10 on the wall now at 29.61. That's our new quick posting by Finley Jones of Stingrays. Heat 11. Heat 11, Meyer in 1, Graziani in 2, Conley in 3, Hamill in 4, Schweikert in 5, Schrank in 6, Blackroth in 7, and Naraki in lane 8. NCSA long course record of the women's 50 backstroke, 28.57 by Phoebe Bacon, a nation's capital in 2017. Josie Conley of Ole Swimming, 29.26. Fast so far with one more heat left to go. Heat 12. Heat 12, our final heat in the women's 50 backstroke preliminaries. Bateman in 1, Luton in 2, DeGroot in 3, Crush in 4, Connor in 5, Simmons in 6, Cena in 7, and Rentz in lane 8. Charlotte Crush out front, already with a meet record here in this NCSA championship. Crush on the wall at a 29.87. We have 11 preliminary heats now in the men's 50 backstroke. Heat 1. Heat 1 with Heiser in lane 3, Lopez in 4, Castillan in 5, and Mitchell in lane 6. Micah Mitchell of Affinity Aquatic Club, 28.48. Heat 2. Yurko in 2, Metler in 3, Patterson in 4, Leginski in 5, Dinkoff in 6, Vaughn in 7, and Campbell in lane 8. First to touch on the heat 2 is Yuri Yurko, Team Greenville, lane 2, 28.36. Heat 3. Heat 3 with Barrow in 1, Murphy in 2, Chutta in 3, Keeler in 4, Hinshaw in 5, Johnson in 6, Nye in 7, and McDonough in lane 8. Brady Hinshaw in a time of 27.99. Swimmers and coaches, preliminary results have now been posted at the lower admin table for the women's 50 backstroke. Time is now 8:46. The 30-minute scratch rule in effect for event number 35. Heat 4. Heat 4 with Youngbluth in 1, Dilger in 2, Krim in 3, Groot in 4, Kuhn in 5, Zhao in 6, Kazmarek in 7, and Owen in lane 8. Wow, we've got a bunch of open lanes in the middle. I can't see the start, so Delvin Dilger from Ole Swimming, 26.89. Swapping out a pad here in lane 8. I want to say good morning to all of our swim fans watching on the webcast, wherever you are around the country. Looks like we're about ready to go again. Heat 5. Heat 5 with Ferguson in 1, Johanneman in 2, Coote in 3, Hammond in 4, Lowe in 5, Stimson in 6, Harrison in 7, and Walrond in lane 8. Thomas Johanneman from Fishers here in Heat 5 on the wall at 28.08. Heat 6. Heat 6, Gow in lane 1, Guerin in 2, Weeks in 3, Piper in 4, Herger in 5, Wilcox in 6, Yo in 7, and Teresis in lane 8. And touching first on the lane 8, Aiden Teresis of Zwacky Aquatics in a 28.09. 28.09 for Teresis. Heat 7. Heat 7 with Motter in 1, Zexter in 2, McKinley in 3, Chow in 4, Tipton in 5, Robertson in 6, Soto in 7, and Bucci in lane 8. First in Heat 7 is Levi Tipton, Chicago Wolfpack, in a 27.38. Heat 8. Heat 8 with Kogler in lane 1, Gustafson in 2, Beckley in 3, Bailey in 4, Brune in 5, Dillon in 6, Luo in 7, and Yu in lane 8. Heat 8 on the wall now with Mason Brune, Waukesha Express, tying Kogler from St. Croix Swim Club. They both have a time of 27.54. Heat 9. First of our circle-seated heats in the preliminaries of the men's 50 backstroke. Heat 9 with Turgeon in 1, Carter in 2, Smith in 3, Mountain Tanakis in 4, Conti in 5, Home in 6, Terrera in 7, and Coyle in lane 8. Mountain Tanakis touching at a 26.97. Heat 10. Heat 10, lane 1 is Eford. We got Dar in 3, Tappan 4, Payne in 5, Griffith in 6, Whiteford in 7, and O'Connell in lane 8. Sawyer tap of Lakeside, lane 4. Tap on the wall at a 26.77. That's our quickest so far with one more heat left to go. Heat 11. Our final heat in the preliminaries of the men's 50 backstroke. Tharrington in 1, Edwards in 2, Spicer in 3, Perchinsky in 4, Capon in 5, Begin in 6, Smith in 7, and Dye in lane 8. NCSA long course record of the men's 50 backstroke, 25.73 by Ryan Dridley of New Trier in 2018. Martin Perchinsky, Long Island Aquatic Club, touching in a 26.68. Back down here to our traditional start end of the pool. We've got 21 preliminary heats. Women's 200 IL. Heat 1 women's 200 IM. Heat 1 lane 1. For Affinity Aquatic, Caden Stout. 2 for Tide Riders, Jacqueline Hugh. 3 for Waukesha Express, Chloe Yerkes. 4 for New Trier, Ellison Wolford. 5 for Ensworth, Salem Bar. 6 for New Trier, Riley McNeil. 7 for Arlington Aquatic Club, Bryn Cameron. And 8 for Nova Virginia, Campbell Totten. Swimmers and coaches, we now have preliminary results available for viewing at the lower admin table on the men's 50 backstroke. Preliminary results now available for viewing in the men's 50 backstroke at the lower admin table. We do have a couple potential swim-offs as a result of those preliminary swims. We need to see coaching representatives from Mason Manta Rays, Kentucky Aquatics, Lakeside, and Petty Aquatics. Need to see coaches from Mason Manta Rays, Kentucky Aquatics, Lakeside Swim Team, and Petty Aquatics at the lower admin table. Time now is 9 o'clock and a 30-minute scratch roll in effect for event number 36. Caden Stout, Affinity Aquatic, out front here in lane 1 of heat 1, and she touches in a time of 2:29.93. Heat 2. Heat 2, Lane 2 for Hershey Aquatic Club, Avery Kesterson. Lane 3 for Poseidon Swimming, Caitlin Yeager. 4 for Team Greenville, Anna Barr. 5 for Germantown Academy, Grace Bell. 6 for Rockville Montgomery, Mimi Moore. 7 for Shark Swim Club, Gabriella Volpe. And 8 for Team Greenville, Chelsea Gerardo. Bar out front for Team Greenville, turning at the 100. Lane 4 and 110.55 ahead of Yeager and Poseidon Swimming. In lane 3, who turned at the 100, 112.61. We need a coaching representative from Zionsville Swim Club. At the lower admin table, need a coach from Zionsville Swim Club. Please head over to the lower admin table. Anna Barr from Team Greenville is going to touch first in Heat 2, 228.80. Heat 3. Heat 3, lane 1 for Chicago Wolfpack. Ileana King. 2 for Verona Area Swim Team. Lydia Slager. 3 for Eagle is Jillian Hawkins. 4 for Southeast Metro Sharks, Malia Johnson. 5 for Mecklenburg, Caitlin Cremar. Lane 6 for Team Greenville, Susan Seeley. 7 for Stingrays, Hannah Ellis. And 8 for Poseidon Swimming, Elsie Bredbenner. Susan Seeley from Team Greenville, lane 6, turns at the 100, 109.58. Ahead of Jillian Hawkins, Eagle Swim Team in lane 3, who turned into 110.76. Susan Seeley from Team Greenville brings it in here in Heat 3 on the wall in a 2:28.95. Heat 4. Heat 4, lane 1 for Badger Aquatics, Kunqing Jin. 2 for Rockville Montgomery, Natalia Evans Gibson. 3 for Tide Riders, Emma Welch. 4 for Innsworth Aquatics, Molly Back. 5 for Franklin Regional, Naomi Henry. 6 for Verona Swim Team, Lauren Konarski. 7 for Academy Bullets, Kendall Mellors. And lane 8 for Team Greenville, Ellery Brickall. Emma Welch from Tide Riders out front here in lane 3. At the end of the backstroke, she turns in a 1:08.95 second position. Kendall Mullers of Academy Bullets turning in a 1:10.30. Emma Welch at the 150, 154.04. Konarski, second in lane 6. Swimming for Verona area. She turned at a 155.21. And out of lane 8, Ellery Brickall, Team Greenville, touching first in a time of 2:28.63. Heat 5. Heat 5, lane 1 for Tsunami Swim Team, Elizabeth Lando at 2 for Academy Bullets, Molly Gonzalez. 3 for Dad's Club, Emily DeMasis. 4 for Innsworth, Grace Burton. 5 for Arlington Aquatic, Annabelle Bremner. 6 for Waukesha Express, Avery Antonuski. 7 for Academy Bullets, Jillian McNamara. And lane 8 for Eagle Swim Team, Adrian Rinker. Turn in Heat 5. Out front is Julian McNamara of Academy Bullets, 1:07.91. Ahead of Elizabeth Linduit of Tsunami in lane 1 at a 1:08.92. Emily DeMasis from Dance Club comes back to take heat 5. 228.66. Heat 6 now. Heat 6, lane 1 for Zionsville Swim Club, Kira Hunter. 2 for North Carolina Aquatic, Peyton James. 3 for Ensworth Aquatic, Isabella Brodowski. 4 for Suburban Seahawks, Joyce Liu. Lane 5 for Ensworth Aquatics, Julia Mason. 7 for Ensworth Aquatics, Sandy Finn. And 8 for Chicago Wolfpack, Brooke Witt. Sandy Finn of Ensworth here, lane 7, turning at the 100, 109.80. Had a Julia Mason, also of Ensworth, 110.42. Heat 6 touching with Sandy Finn, Ensworth Aquatics on the wall first, 230.36. Heat 7. Heat 7, lane 1 for core swimming. Grace Belkamp, 2 for Oli. Grace Aguilar Fernandez. 3 for Eagle Swim Team, Zoe Wecker. 4 for Long Island Aquatic, Kira Payton. 5 for Blazing Barracudas, Catherine Dorsey. 6 for North Carolina Aquatic, Kenzie Kim. 7 for Stingrays, Evelyn Jazeranak. And lane 8 for Fast Tigers, Ella Hare. Wecker out front, 106.58 in second. Jazeranek, who turned in a 110.16 in heat 7. Zoe Wecker, Eagle Swim Team, lane 3, still out front at the 150. Zoe Wecker here in Heat 7, touches in a 2:25.96. Heat 8. Heat 8, lane 1 for Excel Aquatics, Mary Ellen Lewis. 2 for Fast Tigers, Ada Madera. 3 for Team Greenville, Abby Schneider. 4 for Rockville Montgomery, Kelly Kincaid. 5 for Verona Area Swim Team, Olivia Sina. 6 for St. Croix, Elena Biebel. 7 for Mason Manarays, Julia Gregory. And 8 for Tide Riders, Kate Punawert. Kate Penaward of Tide Riders here at lane 8. 100 turn at a 106.66 with Olivia Sina, Verona Swim Team, lane 5. Second at a 107.72. Now into the lead at the 150, lane 3, Abby Schneider. Team Greenville turns at a 152.59 at the far end with Biebel now second in lane 6. Abby Schneider at Team Greenville, 2:26.05. Heat 9. Heat 9, lane 1 for Chicago Wolfpack, Joy Cheng. 2 for Oldie Swimming, Aubriel McKay. 3 for Mecklenburg, Marin Shovel. In lane 4 for Wilmington Aquatic, Eliza Johnson. 5 for Rockville Montgomery, Fiona Sanjaya. 6 for Tide Riders, Riley Curry. 7 for Tide Riders, Ava Craig. And 8 for Eagle Swim Team, Samantha Riddell. Joy Cheng out front, lane 1 at the 100, 108.88. Head of Eagle Swim Team, Samantha Randall in lane 8 at a 109.44 at the 100. Chang turns at the 150, lane 1, 152.97. Joy Chang, or Chicago Wolfpack here in Heat 9. Chang's time 2:28.12. Heat 10. Heat 10, lane 1 for Mason Manor Race, Caitlin Smittle. 2 for Kentucky Aquatics, Lauren Whittaking. 3 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Emma Schumacher. 4 for Lakeside Swim Team, Lila Walker. 5 for Club North Swimming, Reagan Graybill. 6 for Fast Tigers, Mia Wilson. 7 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Una Diaz. And in lane 8 for Zionsville, Madeline Aiken. Mia Wilson from Fast Tigers, lane 6, turns in a 108.85, ahead of Lila Walker of Lakeside in lane 4, 109.23. Mia Wilson, the Fast Tigers in lane 6. On the wall here in Heat 10, 2:27.19. Heat 11. Heat 11, lane 1 for Waukesha Express, Emerson Meyer. 2 for Team Pittsburgh, Amanda Adair. 3 for Lakeside, Lillian Burkowski. 4 for Mason Manor Race, Reese Riley. 5 for Arlington Aquatics, Sophie Frederick. 6 for Dad's Club, Lexi Smith. 7 for Tide Riders, Lindsay Neighbor. And 8 for Dad's Club, Alina Ali. Reese Riley, 226.04. Heat 12. Fairbanks for Mason Manor race out front, lane 6, 106.03. Fairbanks 224.37. Heat 13. Schneider in lane 7, 2:24.03. Heat 14. Heat 14. In lane 1 for Nova, Virginia, Katie Shaps, 2 for Excel Aquatics. Lizzie Yoon, 3 for Long Island. Karina Dye, 4 for Mason Manarays. Nora Smythe, 5 for Chicago Wolfpack. Livia Kramer, 6 for Tide Riders. Ruby Nussbaum, 7 for Ole Swimming. Sadie Rogers, and 8 for Chicago Wolfpack. Colleen Tracy. Karina Dye out front at the 100, 108.35. Head of Livia Kremer, Chicago Wolfpack in lane 5. Nora Smythe, Mason Manarays in lane 4. On the wall first in Heat 14 here at a time of 2:24.71. Heat 15. Heat 15, lane 1 for Lakeside Swim Team, Ava Graziani. 2 for Tide Riders, Ashlyn Canali. 3 for Mason Manarays, Isabella Templey. 5 for Excel Aquatics, Madeline Webb. 6 for Dad's Club, Cassidy Kitchell. 7 for Zionsville, Haley Hunter. And 8 for Chelsea Pierce Aquatics, Alexander Moore. We need a coach from New Trier Aquatic. Coach from New Trier Aquatic, please report to the lower admin table. We also need a coach from Mason Manarays and Kentucky Aquatics to the lower admin table. Mason Manarays and Kentucky Aquatic, please report to the head table, coaches. Graziani from Lakeside, lane 1. Turns at the 100, 105.05 ahead of Alexander Moore, Chelsea Pierce in lane 8. Alexander Moore now into the lead. In lane 8, turns at the 150, 149.66 with Isabella Templey. Mason Manarays was second at the 150 in lane 3. We need a coaching representative from Ensworth Aquatic to the lower admin table. Need a coach from Ensworth Aquatic. Please report to the lower admin table. Alexandra Moore from Chelsea Piers Aquatics here in lane 8, 224.00. Heat 16. Heat 16, lane 1 for Fast Tigers, Claire Francis. 2 for Kentucky Aquatics, Karimia Jones. 3 for Irish Aquatics, Lauren McGrath. 4 for Mason Manarays, Julia Schaefer. 5 for Petty Aquatic Association, Samantha Valicious. 7 for Petty Aquatics, Celia Traub. And 8 for Southeast Metro Sharks, Logan Haverman. Samantha Valicious, lane 5, turns at the 100, 107.37. Ahead of Lauren McGrath of Irish Aquatics, lane 3, turned at a 108.00. Lauren McGrath, Irish Aquatics in lane 3. Her time, 224.40. Heat 17. Heat 17, lane 1 for Tide Riders, Hannah Renaud. 2 for Academy Bullets, Ariana Nakula. 3 for Blazing Barracudas, Sophia Jimenez. 4 for Academy Bullets, Paige Kowal. 5 for Nova of Virginia, Allison Bischoff. Lane 7 for Academy Bullets, Haley Vlusick. And 8 for Dad's Club, Lillian Pogue. Ariana Nakula, Academy Bullets in lane 2. Actually, Bishop got in there first to turn at the 100, lane 5, 106.71, ahead of Nakula in lane 2. Nakula turned at a 107.19. Bishop still out front at the 150, 150.20. And into second at the 150 out of lane 3 was Sofia Jimenez, Blazing Barracudas. Allison Bischoff, Nova of Virginia in lane 5, takes heat 17 in a time of 2:22.63. Heat 18. Heat 18, lane 1 for Lakeside Swim Team. Lena Sires, 2 for North Carolina Aquatic. Maya Lambert, 3 for Mecklenburg. Catherine Gunther, 4 for Lakeside. Hannah Schmidt, 5 for Mason Manor Rays. Alyssa Ullman, 6 for Long Island Aquatic. Madison Lynn, 7 for Badger Aquatics. Isabella Bloom, and 8 for Academy Bullets. Elizabeth Naraki. Catherine Gunther, lane 3, edging in front of Hannah Schmidt here as they set up the 100 turn. Gunther, 106.92. Second position, Lambert in lane 2 at a 107.64. Catherine Gunther from Mecklenburg leads heat 18 into the wall, and a time of 2:22.60, our quickest so far. Heat 19. First of our circle-seated heats here in the preliminaries of the women's 200 IM. Heat 19, lane 1 from Rockville, Montgomery, Maria Webb. 2 for Germantown Academy, Emily Hamill. 3 for Waukesha Express, Ella Antonuski. 4 for Academy Bullets, Chloe Diner. 5 for Machine Aquatics, Elizabeth Bryan. 6 for Rockville, Montgomery, Angela Kadori. 7 for Mason Manor Rays, Taylor Becker. And in lane 8 from Lakeside Swim Team, Sydney Green. 100 turn here. Elizabeth Bryan, Machine Aquatics out front, lane 5, 104.50 with Emily Hamill, Germantown Academy, second at the 100, 104.75. Leading at the 150 now, Chloe Diner, Academy Bullets, lane 4, turning in a 146.37. Elizabeth Bryan, Machine Aquatics, second, lane 5 at the 150. Chloe Diner, Academy Bullets, 219.08. Quick so far. Heat 20. Heat 20, lane 1 for Suburban Seahawks, Caitlin Colasar, 2 for Lakeside. Carly Tyler, 3 for Academy Bullets. Sadie Murphy, 4 for Tide Riders. Sydney Shope, 5 for Mason Manarays. Adeline Robillard, 6 for North Carolina Aquatic. Isabel Woe, 7 for North Carolina Aquatic is Yari Brock, and 8 for Tide Riders, Charlotte Brown. Sydney Shoka, Tide Riders leading the way in lane 4. 104.10 ahead of Carly Tyler of Lakeside. Turned at the 100, 105.64. Half a length to go here in Heat 20. Sydney Shoke, Tide Riders out front. Sydney's time, 2:18.66. That is the quickest so far, with one more heat left to go in the preliminaries of women's 200 IM. Heat 21. Final heat here in women's 200 IM. Lane 1 for Team Pittsburgh, Elsie Nardozzi, 2 for Verona Area Swimming. Maisie Paredes, 3 for Lakeside. Charlotte Crush, 4 for Lakeside. Katie Brager, 5 for Suburban Seahawks. Lainey Mullins, 6 for Suburban Seahawks. Alexa Connor, 7 for Nova of Virginia. Caitlin Hodem, and 8 for Academy Bullets, Isabella Witowitz. NCSA long course record of the women's 200 IM, 2:12.62 by Zoe Dixon, Nova of Virginia, 2021. Charlotte Crushier, lane 3, out in front on the backstroke. Charlotte Crush with the new meet record in the women's 100 butterfly yesterday. Actually did it twice, broke her own record in the preliminaries, then came back, swam even quicker in the finals. Her 100 butterfly, 58.45, the record time. Charlotte 102.06 at the 100. Ahead of Kate Brager, Lakeside Swim Team. So the two teammates there. Kate Brager to the front on the breaststroke leg there. Turns at the 150, 145.15 ahead of Crush. Third position in lane 7, Caitlin Hodem, Nova of Virginia. Kate Brager of Lakeside finishes us off in the women's 200 IM here, 2:18.38, and that is the quickest posting in that event this morning. 20 preliminary heats now in the men's 200 IM, heat 1. Heat 1 here in the men's 200 IM. Lane 3 from Machine Aquatics, Alawada Jones. 4-4 Dad's Club, David Reichman. 5 swimming on attacks, Chelsea Pierce, Callum McCracken. 6-4 is Waukee Aquatics, Max Miller. Swimmers and coaches preliminary results now posted down at the lower admin table for the women's 200 IM. Again, preliminary results for the women's 200 IM now posted and available for viewing at the lower admin table. Time now is 9:58. 30-minute scratch rule in effect for event 39. David Reichman at Dad's Club brings it in 2:17.81 to start us off in the men's 200 IM. Heat 2. Heat 2, lane 1 for North Carolina Aquatic. Lysander Mihaly. 2 for Rockville Montgomery. Darren Axeloglu. 3 for Tide Riders, Camden Theodos. 4 for Fast Tigers, Anthony Mathis. 5 for Zionsville, Lewis Sam. 6 for Nova of Virginia, Jonathan Payne. 7 for Tsunami Swim Team, Seth Augustine. And 8 for Tide Riders, Alexander Theodos. Axioglu from Rockville, Montgomery, lane 2. Lewis Sams is Zionsville. Now over lane 2, Axioglu. Rockville Montgomery comes back here. And Axioglu, 2:18.54. Heat 3. Heat 3, lane 1 for Tide Riders, Charles Hill. 2 for Arlington Aquatic, Connor Manier. 3 for Iswaki Aquatics, Kyle O'Connor. 4 for Team Pittsburgh, Oscar Lever Gonzalez. 5 for Oli Swimming, Zane Nall. 7 for Dad's Club, Benjamin Fairbod. And 8 for Team Greenville, Joshua Wilder. Zane Nall, Ole swimming out front, lane 5. Nall at the 100, 103.09 ahead of Manier in 2 at a 104.36. Joshua Wilder, Team Greenville, in lane 8, bringing Heat 3 to the wall. Wilder's time 2:14.23. Heat 4. Heat 4, lane 1 for Coast Guard Blue Dolphins, Alexander Bowler. 2 for Team Greenville, Sebastian DeVillers. 3 for Rockville Montgomery, Andrew Kissel. 4 for Carolina Aquatic Team, Calvin Shaper. 5 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Chase Elliott. 6 for Coast Guard Blue Dolphins, Gabriel Isley. 7 for Affinity Aquatic, Harris Abernathy. And 8 for Zwacky Aquatics, Charles Prince. Harris Abernathy from Affinity Aquatic, lane 7 out front to 101.44. Ahead of Chase Elliott, Chelsea Piers in lane 5, 101.84. Harris Abernathy, Affinity Aquatic, out here by himself in lane 7 of Heat 4. And Abernathy posted a time of 2:12.73. Heat 5. Heat 5, lane 1 for Eagle Swim Team, Holden Skidmore. 2 for Swim Houston, Carson Smith. 3 for Academy Bullets, Patrick O'Connor. 4 for Team Greenville, Walker Simpson. 5 for Team Pittsburgh, Joshua Grimmenstein. 6 for Eagle Swim Team, Caleb Von Wechter. 7 for Mason Manarays, Walker Bailey. And 8 for Arlington Aquatic Club, Paris Garvin. Patrick O'Connor out front, 101.05, ahead of Walker Simpson, Team Greenville in lane 4. Walker Simpson, 2:11.33. That is our new quick time to shoot for here. Heat 6. Heat 6, lane 1 for Summit City Aquatics. Jackson Pyle, 2-4 Greenwich Y. Colin Beccaria, 3-4 Tsunami. Riley Egan, 4 for Tide Riders. Cabot Morosky, 5-4 Dad's Club. Finian Hellman, 6 for Dad's Club. Mikkel Larson, 7 for North Carolina Aquatic. Shinqui Zhang, and 8 for Machine Aquatics, Nathan Woodman. Jackson Pyle, Summit City, leading from lane 1 here in heat 6. Turns at the 100, 101.12. Zhang is second in lane 7. Turned at a 103.08 at the 100. After the breaststroke, Nathan Widman, Machine Aquatics at the 150, turning at a 141.07 with Finian Hellman from Dad's Club at the 150, lane 5. Finian Hellman of Dad's Club does touch first here in lane 5. 212.78. Heat 7. Heat 7, lane 1 for Poseidon Swimming, Spencer Campbell, 2 for Excel Aquatics, Gavin Fu, 3 for Zionsville, Gavin Cocken, 4 for Tsunami, Preston Zuber, 5 for Ole Swimming, Ethan Wachowski, 6 for Machine Aquatics, Caden Wilkinson, 7 for Irish Aquatics, Gavin Crail, and 8 for Mason Manta Rays, Evan Pressler. Evan Pressler, lane 8, turning at the 100, 101.26. Ahead of Caden Wilkinson, Machine Aquatics in lane 6 at a 102.89. Pressler still leading at the 150. Evan Pressler, Mason Manarays here in Heat 7, 212.01. Heat 8. Heat 8, lane 1 for Tide Riders, Brody Blatt, 2 for Lakeside, Ryan Kang, 3 for Ainsworth Aquatics, Corbin Songer, 4 for North Carolina Aquatic, Benjamin LaJoy, 5 for Nova of Virginia, James Johnson, 6 for Lakeside, Cassius Motter, 7 for Arlington Aquatic, Chase Rabe, and 8 for Kentucky Aquatics is Elijah Grinke. Elijah Grinke, Kentucky Aquatics, to the front at the 150, turns into 140.87, ahead of Ryan Kang of Lakeside. Brody Blatt, Tide Riders over in lane 1. And Brody Blatt of Tide Riders, lane 1, 212.48. Heat 9. Heat 9, lane 1 for Nova of Virginia, Caleb June, 2 for Long Island Aquatic, David Krasnerski, 3 for Rockville Montgomery, Joshua Lopez, 4 for Arlington Aquatic, Diego Ramos, 5 for Academy Bullets, John Murphy, 7 for Dad's Club, Reed Vandervoort, 7 for Nova of Virginia, Benjamin Franks, and 8 for Lakeside, Owen Durham. John Murphy of Academy Bullets. Big lead there on Heat 9. At the end of the backstroke, turns into 100.61. Head of Vandervoort in lane 6. John Murphy at the 150, 142.62 with Franks of Nova, Virginia. Second at the 150, lane 7, who turned into 42.85. Murphy touches first in heat 9, 212.82. Heat 10. Heat 10, Team Pittsburgh, Zachary Schuster. 2 for Lakeside, Stephen Bailey. 3 for New Wave, Logan Beebe. 4 for Suburban Seahawks, Jacob Noazia. 5 for Kentucky Aquatics, James Rogers. 6 for Eagle Swim Team, Connor Tiffin. 7 for Mason Manta Rays, Tyler Hauptman. 8 for Southeast Metro Sharks, Aiden Haverman. Stephen Bailey tearing it up here in heat 10, turns at the 159.04. In second position, Aiden Haverman of Southeast Metro Sharks, lane 8, who turned at the 101.26. Bailey's still leading the way at the 150. Haverman second and 8. Stephen Bailey, Lakeside's going to touch first in heat 10 here, 211.83. Heat 11. Halfway through the field here in our preliminaries of the men's 200 IM. This is heat 11. Lane 2 for Summit City Aquatics, Owen Lindsay. 3 for Irish Aquatic, Gabriel Kazmarek. 4 for Mason Manta Rays, Jackson Patterson. 5 for Irish Aquatics, Cole Stevenson. 6 for Stingrays, Cody Miles. 7 for Team Pittsburgh, Hunter Raymer. And 8 for Rockville Montgomery, Chase Keeler. Quick time so far out of heat 5, Walker Simpson, Team Greenfield, 211.33. Chase Keeler, Rockville Montgomery turns here in lane 8 into the breaststroke. 101.21. Patterson of Mason Manta Rays, lane 4, second at the 100 at a 101.49. Keeler still leading the way in lane 8. Patterson still second in lane 4. And to the wall they come here in heat 11. Owen Lindsay, Summit City Aquatics in heat 2, 2:11.82. Heat 12. Heat 12, lane 1 from Team Pittsburgh, Luke Hartman. Lane 4, also for Team Pittsburgh, Carter Robertson. 5 for Mason Manarays, Colin Pressler. 6 for Arlington Aquatic, Evan Ingraham. 7 for Team Pittsburgh, Samuel Kavanaugh. And 8 for Rockville Montgomery, Brian Wilbur. Evan Ingraham turns at the 100, 101.10. Ahead of Brian Wilbur, Rockville Montgomery, 102.41. Now into the lead, Brian Wilbur, Rockville Montgomery in lane 8 at the 150. Ingraham second. Third is Samuel Kavanaugh, Team Pittsburgh, lane 7. First on the wall out of lane 6, Evan Ingraham, Arlington Aquatic Club, 212.05. Heat 13. Heat 13, lane 1 for Rockville Montgomery, Lucas Schaefer. 2 for Ainsworth Aquatics, Carter Miller. 4 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Patrick O'Hagan. 5 for North Carolina Aquatic, Jacob Clark. 6 for Lakeside, Alexander Teesing. 7 for Academy Bullets, Nathan Lindstrom. And lane 8 for Hershey Aquatic Club, Gavin Tram. Teesing turns first at the 100, 1:00.75 ahead of Lindstrom, lane 7. At a 1:00.78. Jacob Clark, North Carolina Aquatic, into the lead at the 150, lane 5. Ahead of Teesing in lane 6. Charging to lane 4, Patrick O'Hagan, Long Island Aquatic. Heat 13 finishes up with O'Hagan, Patrick O'Hagan, Long Island Aquatic, touching first in a time of 2:10.07. Our quickest posting so far, heading into Heat 14. Heat 14 for Southeast Metro Sharks, Gunnar Severson, 2 for Lakeside, Hayden Beckley, 3 for Arkansas Dolphins, Noah Perry, 4 for Team Pittsburgh, Wyatt Torr, 5 for Nova of Virginia, Brady Julian, 6 for Club North Swimming, Palmer Keith, 7 for Dad's Club, Caden Zhao, and 8 for Kentucky Aquatics, Maximilian Yao. Hayden Beckley, Lakeside Swim Team, lane 2. Has the edge there. It turns at the 100, 101.42. Ahead of Gunnar Severson, Southeast Metro Sharks in lane 1 at a 101.55. Third is Maximilian Yote of Kentucky Aquatics in lane 8. Getting south, leading into 150 in lane 7, 140.17. Hayden Beckley, second at the 150. Beckley swimming for Lakeside Swim Team. Kading Zhao of Dad's Club, lane 7. Touching here in Heat 14, 209.83. Heat 15. Heat 15, lane 1 for Missouri State Aquatics, Nathan Wu. 2 for North Carolina Aquatic, Andrew Cummins. 3 for Chicago Wolfpack, Kale Chow. 4 for Dad's Club, Colby Williams. 5 for Nova of Virginia, J.D. Chen. 6 for Lakeside, Noah Benton. 7 for Nova of Virginia, Aiden Muminovic. And 8 for Germantown Academy, Andrew Zhao. Turn here in Heat 15 with Williams out front. Lane 4, 100.15 ahead of Zhao in lane 8. Down to the finish they come here in heat 15. And touching first, Andrew Zhao, Germantown Academy, 209.36. Heat 16. Heat 16, lane 1 for Eagle Swim Team, Matthew Leo. 2 for Rockville Montgomery, Linus Cement. 3 for Fast Tigers, Luis Sanchez. 4 for Waukesha Express, Ryan Wayner. 5 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Owen Tharrington. 6 for Academy Bullets, Evan Connie. 7 for Mecklenburg, Zachary Spicer. Evan Connie from Academy Bullets, 209.25. And heat 17. Heat 17, lane 1 for Dad's Club, Jacob Ageff. 2 for Mason Manarays, Ryder Hicks. 3 for Dad's Club, Larkin Hellman. 4 for Summit City Aquatics, Logan Pazwinski. 5 for Lakeside, Peyton Harrison. 6 for Long Island Aquatic, Ethan Silver. 7 for Chelsea Pierce Aquatic, Jack Haley. And 8 for Swim Houston, Gideon Swan. Jack Haley here at the 100 in heat 17. Turns into 59.64. The head of Gideon Swan to Swim Houston in lane 8. Larkin Hellman, Dad's Club. Less than half a length to go here in heat 17 out front. Larkin Hellman's going to touch in a 2:08.44, our new quick time. Heat 18. Heat 18, the first of our circle-seated heats in the preliminaries of the men's 200 IM. Lane 1 for St. Croix, Jackson Kogler. 2 for Mason Manarays, Jarrett Payne. 3 for Northwest Arkansas Aquatics, Yufeng Wu. 4 for Long Island Aquatic, Sean Green. 6 for Lakeside, Wilson York. 7 for Summit City Aquatics, Hayden Lynham. And lane 8 for Georgetown Academy, Brandon Fleck. Sean Green from Long Island Aquatic, lane 4, turns at the 157.94. Ahead of Yo Fong Wu from Northwest Arkansas Aquatics. Sean Green still out front at the 150, 136.14. Wilson York from Lakeside, second at the 150, lane 6. And Sean Green's going to post a time of 2:05.73. That took it up a few notches. Heat 19. Heat 19. Lane 1 for Academy Bullets, Daniel Janitis. 2 for Rockville Montgomery, Griffin Oler. 4 for Suburban Seahawks, Jake Wang. 5 for Academy Bullets, Braden Capon. 6 for Long Island Aquatic, Reed O'Connell. 7 for Eagle Swim Team, Tristan Furlow. And lane 8 for Badger Aquatic, Samuel Wolf. Braden Capon. Let's get that backstroke working there. Turns in a 57.82 ahead of Jake Wang of Suburban Seahawks. Jake Wang cape and putting some pressure on Wang there at the end, but Jake Wang from Suburban Seahawks, lane 4, touches in a 2:05.69. And that is our new quick time. One more heat left to go here, heat 20. Final preliminary heat of the men's 200 IM. Lane 1 for North Carolina Aquatic, Connor Peck. 2 for North Carolina, Ian Platts-Mills. 3 for Eagle Swimming, Caden Bowers. 4 for Lakeside Swim Team, Thomas Mercer. 5 for Long Island Aquatic, Strahinya Muslow. 6 for Chelsea Pierce Aquatic, Chaz Jones. 7 for Team Pittsburgh, Andrew Perez. And 8 for Nova Virginia is Matthew Wolfel. Thomas Mercer from Lakeside, lane 4, coming in here with a seed time quicker than the NCSA long course record of a 2:01.80 by Samuel Ida of Greenview Titan. And Thomas Mercer's seed time coming in 2:01.52. Mercer's going to turn here at the 156.61. Second is Maslow in lane 5, 58.77. We have had 5 meet records so far through our first 4 days of this NCSA Summer Swimming Championship. Also have a new national age group record, 13-14, the men's, and that was by Wilson York. Wilson leading off a relay the other day. Thomas Mercer turns at the 150, 134.49, into second position. Caden Bowers, Eagle Swim Team. Quickest time so far, 2:05.69 out of the last heat. Jake Wang and Thomas Mercer in a time of 2:04.54. And that's our quickest time turned into the preliminaries of the men's 200 IM. Back down to the scoreboard balcony end of the natatorium. 18 preliminary heats coming up in women's 50 freestyle. Heat 1. Weston in 2, Welch in 3. Fedorenko in 4, and Herbazinski in 5, McAfee in 6. Weston touching in lane 2, 28.49. Heat 2. Dela Cruz in 1, Sanchez in 2, Duran in 3, Brown in 4, Begley in 5, Thornburg in 6, Watkins in 7, and Baroker in lane 8. Heat winner is Thornburg, Sophie Thornburg, North Carolina Aquatic in lane 6, 28.45. Heat 3. We need a coaching representative from Mason Manta Rays and Academy Bullets to the lower admin table. Coaching representative from Mason Manta Rays and Academy Bullets to the lower admin table. Preliminary results for the men's 200 IM have now been posted and available for viewing at the lower admin table. Time now is 10:52 with a 30-minute scratch rules in effect for event 40. First to touch in heat 3 is Hardy at a time of 28.09. Heat 4. Heat 4, Moody in 2, Haynes in 3, Suma in 4, Redkowski in 5, Herring in 6, Kaiser in 7, and Payne in lane 8. Naomi Haynes, the Southeastern Swim Club out front. And Naomi Haynes does touch first, 27.31. Heat 5. We need to see a coaching representative from Zionsville Swim Club. We need a coach from Zionsville Swim Club at the lower admin table, please. Heat 5 in the water. Becker in 2, Traylove in 3, Wales in 4, Davis in 5, Wegers in 6, Metzger in 7, Mahaley in lane 8. Megan Becker, Affinity in lane 2, 27.77. Heat 6. Heat 6, Dameworth in 1, Fontana in 2, Drummond in 3, DeGroot in 4, Shortbreaker in 5, Johnson in 6, Shoup in 7, and Miller in lane 8. Out of lane 1, Ellie Dameworth only swimming 27.55. Heat 7. Need to see a coach from Mason Manta Rays at the lower admin table. Need a coach from Mason Manta Rays at the lower admin table, please. Heat 7 of the water, Valacious in 1, Gillard in 2, Dilladuca in 4, Burrows in 5, Filion in 6, White in 7, and Beal in lane 8. First on the wall in Heat 7, Avery Beal, Grosse Pointe Gators in lane 8, 27.79. Heat 8. Heat 8, we got Jones in 1, Luton in 2, Lewis in 4, Lietzu in 5, Frost in 6, Dorman in 7, early in lane 8. And touching first is Lola Early, Petty Aquatic, 27.35. Heat 9. Heat 9, Robillard in 1, Payne in 2, Blaha in 3, Keitel in 4, Gill in 5, Roberson in 6, Akula in 7, and Brockman in 8. Quick time so far out of Heat 4, Naomi Haynes, Southeastern Swim Club at a 27.31. Audrey Gill, Chelsea Piers Aquatics, lane 5, 27.15, our new quick time. Heat 10. Heat 10 with Moore in 1, Miklos in 2, Colarossi in 3, Francis in 4, Bischoff in 5, Wilson in 6, Bryan in 8, and Ladisiewicz in lane 8. Natalie Colarossi from Hershey Aquatic, lane 3, 27.36. Heat 11. Heat 11 with Wu in 1, Zoller in 2, McKay in 3, Butcher in 4, Smythe in 5, Lesick in 6, Hunter in 7, and Karuma in lane 8. Norris Smythe in lane 5, Mason Manarays. Smythe's time 27.23. Heat 12. Heat 12 with Perkins in 2, Komorowski in 3, Jackson in 4, Connor in 5, Schrank in 6, Schmidt in 7, and Sander in lane 8. Next we got Casey Zentz of Eagle Swim team over there in lane 1. Didn't see her at first. Touching first in Heat 12 is Hannah Schmidt, Lakeside, lane 7, 27.12. Heat 13. Hannah Schmidt with the fastest posting through Heat 12, 27.12. We got Heat 13 underway now with DeJong in 1, Bowles in 2, Kittleson in 3, Huller in 4, Douglas in 5, Pereira in 6, Bluthman in 7, and Arroyo in lane 8. Very close here in Heat 13, but on the wall first is Kara Kittleson of Verona, 27.35. Heat 14. Heat 14 with Tepley in 1, Kaminsky in 2, Schaefer in 3, Kowal in 4, Walk in 5, Webb in 6, Conley in 7, and Jolin's in lane 8. Touching first in Heat 14 is Isabel Walk, North Carolina Aquatic, in a 27.19. Heat 15. Heat 15. Krasnicki in 1, Lowe in 2, Pizzoza in 3, Smith in 4, Day in 5, Bloom in 6, Smith in 7, and Ullisware in lane 8. First to touch in Heat 15, out of lane 1, Zuzana Krasnicki of Academy Bullets, 27.02, our fastest so far. Heat 16. First of our circle-seated heats in the preliminaries of the women's 50 freestyle. Abdullah in 1, Nealon in 2, Flowers in 3, Wayner in 4, Rentz in 5, Antonowitsky in 7, Kitchell in 7, and Bateman in lane 8. That was Ella Antonowitsky in lane 6. But Wayner touching first from Waukesha Express, 26.04. Heat 17. Heat 17, Robertson in 1, Stavropoulos in 2, Rogi in 3, Conley in 4, Backrath in 5, Walk in 6, Nardozzi in 7, and Freeman in lane 8. Josie Conley in lane 4, seed time close to the meet record 25.29 by Ullisware of Chelsea Piers last year. Rachel Backrath of Wilmington Aquatic touching in at 26.13. Final heat here, Heat 18. Final heat in women's 50 free. Conklin in 1, Corrigan in 2, Chow in 3, your current meet record holder, Ullisware, with a seed time quicker than her meet record. In 4, Crush in 5, Hamill in 6, Block in 7, and Sears in lane 8. Nam Ullisware, Chelsea Piers, plants it on the wall in a time of 25.57. 16 preliminary heats now in the men's 50 freestyle heat 1. Heat 1 for the men. Prins in 1, O'Connor in 2, Martin in 3, Slater in 4, Guthrie in 5, Cook in 6, Bertrand in lane 7. Luke Martin, Stingrays, lane 3. Is going to touch first in a 25.26. Heat 2. Heat 2 with Truskowski in 1, Habisky in 2, Muir in 3, Miller in 4, Wilson in 5, McAllister in 6, Brown in 7, and Powell in lane 8. Vaughn Muir from Xfinity going out of Luke Miller of Izwaki in lane 4. Into the wall they come with Muir touching first, 25.54. Heat 3. Heat 3, Barrow in 1, Perkins in 2, Bracey in 3, Stuppenhorst in 4, Dunker in 5, Robeson in 6, Lipnick in 7, and Hammond in lane 8. Isaac Barrow, Kentucky Aquatics, lane 1, 25.28. Heat 4. Coaches and swimmers, preliminary results of the women's 50 freestyle now posted and available for viewing at the lower admin table. Amazingly, no swim-offs in that, at least right now. The women's 50 freestyle now available for viewing at the lower admin table. Time now is 11:09. 30-minute scratch rule in effect for event 41. Guth touching in 25.01. That was heat 4. Heat 5 now. Heat 5 with Calder in 1, Rattler in 2, Bartel in 3, Gallus in 4, Tipton in 5, Chen in 6, Ashley in 7, and Novak in lane 8. Larry Rattler of Wolfpack in lane 2, 24.60, fastest so far. Heat 6. Need a coach from Chicago Wolfpack at the lower admin table. Need a coach from Chicago Wolfpack to the lower admin table, please. This is Heat 6. Listen, Stekovitz, lane 1, Leginski in 2, Martin in 3, Owen in 4, Hackney in 5, Wertz in 6, Piper in 7, and Teresa's in lane 8. Benjamin Leginski here in Heat 6, lane 2, 24.58. Heat 7. Heat 7 in the water. Chen in 1, Smith in 2, Comstock in 3, Johnson in 4, Flag in 5, Ward in 6, Beckley in 7, and Bobov in lane 8. And we have a tie here in Heat 7 between Gentry Comstock of Club North and Everett Ward of Ole Swimming, tied there in this heat at 24.69. Heat 8. Heat 8 with Delzer in 1, Schunbluth in 2, Rose in 3, Maminovic in 4, Ingraham in 5, Kupstick in 6, Zexler in 7, and Soto in lane 8. Tyler Kupstick of Rockville, Montgomery, lane 6, 24.06. Fastest so far. Heat 9. Heat 9 with Haley in 1, Lowe in 2, Lynham in 3, Lee in 4, Ryan in 5, Abril in 6, Hooper Havlin in 7, and Jones in lane 8. Mark Lowe touching first in lane 2, 24.46. Lowe swimming for Dad's Club. Heat 10. Heat 10 with Bowman in 1, Condi in 2, Lindsay in 3, Hammer in 4, Whiteford in 5, Moore in 6, Gow in 7, and Heyman in lane 8. Ryan Moore of Stingray's swim team in lane 6, 24.33. Heat 11. Heat 11, Brinchfield in 1, Stimson in 2, Gustafson in 3, Shiflett in 4, Crowley in 5, Zukovsky in 6, Stewart in 7, and Tumlis in lane 8. And first to touch, Nazar Zukovsky, Team Pittsburgh, 24.10. Heat 12. Heat 12. Mayo in 1, Giles in 2, Jaron in 3, Ferguson in 4, Ginsburg in 5, Williams in 6, Hinshaw in 7, and Leal in lane 8. Touching first here in Heat 12 is Colby Williams of Dad's Club, 24.42. Heat 13. Heat 13, Darn 1, Benson 2, Nolan in 3, Tappan 4, Bucci in 5, Carter in 6, Payne in 7, and Griffith in lane 8. Fastest so far out of Heat 8, Tyler Kopstick, that's Rockville Montgomery, Kopstick at a 24.06. Let's see if we go faster here in Heat 13. And out of lane 8, Ryan Griffith, Coast Guard Blue Dolphins, 24.07. Heat 14. Heat 14, the first of our circle-seeded heats in the preliminaries of the men's 50 free, with Johannesson in 1, Hensel in 2, Teesing in 3, Solitario in 4, Home in 5, Perchinsky in 6, Topping in 7, and Dillon in lane 8. Nicholas Hensel looking strong near Dad's Club in lane 2. Hensel does touch first, 23.47. Hensel now with the fastest time. 2 more heats to go. Here's Heat 15. Heat 15, Edwards in 1, Duncan in 2, Fleck in 3, Wang in 4, Wolf in 5, Groot in 6, Yufong in 7, and Koo in lane 8. Meet record 22.59. Jake Wang not too far off that as seat time coming in. And it is Samuel Wong from Badger touching first, 23.39. Heat 16. Final preliminary heat of the men's 50 free. Coyle in 1, Sluka in 2, Terrera in 3, Dilger in 4, Campbell in 5, Ross in 6, McGinley in 7, and Overton in lane 8. Devin Tilger out front, Ole swimming. He touches in a 23.17 to finish this off in the preliminaries of the men's 50 freestyle. Dilger with the quickest posting. We start the clock, a 30-minute clock. 30 minutes from now, we're going to be having a swim-off in the men's 50 backstroke to determine who's in the C final, who's in the D final, between Charles Dillon and Mason Manarays and Clark Coyle of Kentucky Aquatics. That's 30 minutes from now. That'll take place at 11:50. 11:50 is when that will take place. Main competition pool is open. Main competition pool is open for cool down and our warm-up.